Hey, what's going on, guys? On Media Life, and we are back again with another interview. We are here with another creator, somebody who has stepped into the AI game, modeling, designing, clothing. He does the masks, everything. Really cool guy. We are here today with Isaiah. Not really
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How's it going?
good. And how about you, man? You good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just getting my day started. That's pretty much it.
Your website. It's really fire.
Mhm.
I see you have a bunch of things listed on there. Your clothing, mostly your masks. When did this website release, and how did you get it started?
I made the website probably about like what, no less than maybe like 5 months ago, something like 5 months ago. Um, the reason why I went about was just simply like I had, I was doing personal orders and shit like that. I was doing, wait, am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, I was doing personal orders on Instagram and stuff like that for like masks and stuff like that that I made or whatever. Um, which I don't even no longer make. But yeah, I was doing personal orders through the DMs, sending them out and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? Like eventually, I'm gonna have to make something so that it could be like easily accessible. So I decided to make the site, bro, like 5 or 6 months ago. Yeah.
Yo, and everything you do is really cool, especially with the AI. I like how it kind of
Yes,
has
sir.
a horror aspect and it's got
Yes,
this
sir.
scary vibe, but it's different. The approach is
Yes,
different.
sir.
Was there any inspiration for it? When did this start?
When I first started, I saw my boy KMA doing this shit. Like first off, and it was I don't know if you guys know who he is. Isn't his name like KMA shit or Karma or I'll type his IG or something like that. But
Hmm.
basically I watched his videos with I forgot what the rapper. I think it was Trigo Pav. And he was releasing like a lot of snippets on TikTok at the time. And this is when AI was like first going up. This is like when Gore was like hella crazy. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, that shit is insane. Like, how the fuck do they do that shit? You know what I'm saying? For me, I was like, nah, like this has to be impossible to do. There's no way you guys just typed in some shit and then that came out. So basically, from that point on, I got into like Skeletrix, and then after I saw Skeletrix and shit, it was more or less like it's up from here. Cause yeah, I took a lot of inspo from Skeletrix. I won't lie. Took a lot of inspo from KMA, and then I kind of mixed it in with my own ideas. I eventually figured out the softwares. I figured out how to make my own software, and then yeah, bro, I just went crazy from there. Honestly, ever since then.
That's fire, man. There's a lot of discussion around the AI and new
Yeah,
softwares continue to come out along, with Google,
yeah.
ChatGPT. It's getting better and better. With that
Hmm.
being said, Isaiah, how long do you maybe plan to do this? Do you plan to go as far as you can, and do you plan to step into, other aspects of the AI? Maybe
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
designs or films, movies, long lead
Exactly, exactly.
things. Do you plan to go there?
Like my complete plan is that eventually I'll get to the point where AI is eventually going to fade out. It's always going to be here. It's always going to be a tool, as in for like video clips and effects and all that stuff. Like, yeah, it's cool, but in the long run, it's definitely not going to get as much genuine traction that you would get based off of like real art or real visuals. You know what I mean? And not saying that what I have isn't real art or real visuals. It's just when you make something raw, something more like from scratch, people are more inclined to like go and look at that rather than like some AI content. You know what I mean? So basically, like I would say probably like in a year, at least a year or so, I want to move directly from AI content down to just like digital design and modeling and music videos, After Effects type of shit like that. So yeah, bro, basically just gonna move it from AI into designing, and then I'm gonna work more on the brand, and then pretty much that's about it right there.
By chance, are you a one-man team when it comes to this, or do you by chance have a team? And if you do you plan to increase your members?
Yes, yes. So actually, I do have a team. Um, it's not everything is ran by me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I own the brand. I control basically not. I don't control anybody, but it's more or less like I control like the business aspects of it. You know what I mean? Shout out my boy Bleth. Shout out my boy Bansom. Shout out Huvo. Shout out Six. Shout out Black. Shout out One Hot Knife. And then shout out TB, man. Yeah, my main guys though on the team would definitely have to be Bansom, Hugo, and Bleth. If anything, they've been my day ones, bro.
Yo, that's really tight, and I do gotta ask, I couldn't help but to notice, when I visit your page, I saw that you met Too Slimy. How did that come about?
All right, so basically, shout out my boy Filthy Jeans, bro. Straight up, shout out my boy Filthy, bro. I got invited to go, you know what I'm saying, see one of the homies perform, 17 Forever, and and Mexi as well. You know what I mean? I got to see these boys like do their thing and shit like that or whatever. This is around like October 19th or something like that, right? And basically the whole time that we were there at the show, it was kind of like jank. I'm not gonna lie. The first beginning, it was really jank. Security was on dick, like hella bad. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Security was really on dick, but basically we got up there, got the entourage, and there was a red room in the back. So the red room is like, you know, where all the artists go and et cetera, like that. And then, you know, Filthy, 17, they had walked back there. And I was like, bro, I might as well just go back there. And like, you know what I mean? That's the crew, so I might as well just walk back there. I walked back there and shit like that, and then Too Slimy's just like chilling at the bar, and I'm like, oh, what's up, bro? I feel like that was pretty much it, bro. I saw him, I asked him a couple questions, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, bro, let's cop a fit. Like, let's take a fit pic right quick. And that was pretty much it, bro.
Have you ever done music videos, or do you plan to do more of them?
Yeah, the first time I did music videos, it wasn't more or less like After Effects. It was simply just me putting up all the effects like that, and then I would send it through to the editors and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Afterwards. But yeah, I've done around like 3 music videos in total. Yeah.
Sometimes when I visit your comments, people attempt to compare your work to other creators. What do What do you have to say to those people, and what is Isaiah planning to do to separate himself from those people and to show these people that you have your own style and your own wave going on?
Yeah, there's definitely a certain group, you know what I mean, that definitely thinks that I could be more separate towards style-wise, I guess you could say, or at least I was. But yeah, no, I plan to completely separate myself from like AI making, like I said, in less than like a year. I want to fully go like a whole turnaround. I was about to say 360, a whole turnaround on what I do. Basically, like, I'm gonna take the brand way more seriously. Got a lot more samples coming out, and yeah, honestly, I feel like the main reason why people want to compare is just like you do something kind of similar, or you do something with like the same software. You know what I mean? It's gonna kind of be like, oh, well, this person's copying this, or et cetera, et cetera. When in reality, it's like, it's kind of like saying like Under Armour and Nike, right? Mm-hmm. Both of them have, you know, like really tight t-shirts, you know, for sports. And both of them have headbands and like socks and, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So I feel like when people compare me to other creators, it's kind of like doing that. I mean, like there's always going to be somebody that's doing something similar, but not the same thing. You know what I mean? And not saying that that's how I started. I actually started trying to separate myself from these other creators, but it kind of just went down that route where it was like people wanted to say that, I don't know, like I was trying to be other creators, when in reality, nah. All of my ideas have always came from me. All of my creations have always came from me. Like everything has always been my genuine creativity at the end of the day.
I can totally see your dedication and how you do try to put in the effort to separate yourself from these people. And
thank you.
Yeah, and I think comments like that is the ultimate blueprint to know you're heading in the right direction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, Isaiah, it was really good talking to you, and you know, thank you for teaching me things today and for talking
yes,
with
sir.
me. Do you have any messages for your fans, supporters, and how about for the gang?
Yes, sir. Everybody who's watching, if y'all got something going on right now, you guys got some depression or any type of mental issues and stuff like that, just know, bruh, those days will be over. You know what I'm saying? You will become greater. There's nothing in this world that can stop each and every one of you. You know what I mean? Whether that be disabilities, whether that be like I said, mental problems or just day-to-day life anxiety. Um, I used to deal with the anxiety like really, really bad, man. And I would say that this gave me my outlet. You know what I mean? This genuinely gave me something to want to do. So if you guys want to do this, just know anything is possible. Anything is possible. You put your work into it, you put your mind to it, you put your heart into it. I promise you, you'll get something back. Dead ass. Love, bro.
Very inspirational, and we really appreciate it, Isaiah. Thank you for accepting this interview, and thank you for talking with me today.
Yes, sir.